In a psychologist's office, teenage boy Max says he wishes he could just be normal, but this is impossible. The reason why his whole face is covered in bandages is that he was born with a face so amazingly beautiful that it kills anyone that sees it. At least it isn't a painful death, since they usually are happy to have seen his pretty face. Max shares the story of his birth, explaining he killed the nurses and the doctor of the hospital that saw his face, but luckily his parents are immune to their son's beauty. The studies made that day revealed that his face is so beautiful that it causes a surge in hormones that immediately ends a person's life. For this reason, the family had to move to a small town and take as many precautions as possible, like deciding to homeschool Max to protect him and the other kids. Unfortunately, this resulted in Max growing up lonely and very sheltered. He's also awkward when interacting with people. His hobby is unusual too. He likes to do embroidery. The psychologist doesn't believe the story and forces Max to reveal his face. Suddenly, Max's parents hear a strange noise coming from the psychologist's office. When they rush inside, they find Max putting on his bandages again and the psychologist dead on the floor. Soon the police show up and warn the parents that they can't keep ignoring these deaths as accidents, so Max should be more careful or he'll end up in jail. While the adults talk, Max sees a brick and picks it up to bring home. Later at his house, Max's parents tell him they don't like him being at home all day and ask Max's only friend Dan to sign him up on a dating app, which annoys Max. Afterward in his room, Max asks Dan to hit him with the brick so he can stop being deadly beautiful. When Dan gets too distracted by his phone and the notifications from his dating apps, Max throws it to the ground, causing Dan to hit him like he wanted. Max ends up in the hospital with his mother, and in the waiting room, the mom reads in a magazine that they're looking for families to be hosts for exchange students, which could be a chance to bring another teen to the house for Max to have a friend. Max hates the idea and goes looking for another magazine, only to find the rack empty. A girl named Alex has the last magazine and decides to share it with him, prompting the two teens to chat for a while before Max is called by the doctor. Sometime later, Dan decides to try to cheer Max up by getting him a blind date. They meet the girl at the restaurant and Dan does some chatting to break